What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so this is not surprising news at all. I did a video about this yesterday, telling you that this appeared to be inevitable. After the Dallas Mavericks, who really had no business even being in that game against Milwaukee Bucks, that just goes to show you how up and down and frenetic the Bucks are. But after blowing that late lead against the Bucks, falling to what, 3-8 on the year, 3-9, I don't know. According to Shams Charania, the Dallas Mavericks and owner Patrick DeMart are expected to fire general manager Nico Harrison at a 10 a.m. Central Time meeting on Tuesday, according to various sources. And this is not surprising at all. Nico Harrison has been pretty much the scapegoat for this whole debacle that has occurred in Dallas since the trade that sent Luka Dončić to the Los Angeles Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis. Obviously, for the Dallas Mavericks, this trade has not gone well at all. Anthony Davis got hurt in his very first game for Dallas last year, which was a strong performance, but then he got hurt. I think it was in the second quarter or third quarter. Anthony Davis had eye surgery during the offseason, came into training camp, came into the season 20 pounds overweight, and then about 4 or 5 games into the season, got hurt again, I think with a lower leg injury. And then, of course, you have the injury to Kyrie Irving, although from what I understand, he's ahead of schedule as far as coming back. A lot of people, really honestly, a lot of Dallas Mavericks fans still will not get over the loss of Luka Dončić. And when you have a generational talent like Luka Dončić, and let's be honest, when you have a fan base who feels, a Dallas Mavericks fan base who feels so connected to a particular star for certain assets that he has in their mind, right? Then you try to replicate it as much as possible. And Cooper Flag, although I do think that Cooper Flag will be a great player one day. I do think he'll be great, but I don't think that he's going to be the talent that Luka Dončić was. And with Cooper Flag, a lot of that has to do with Jason Kidd and how he's been misused in the offense. And I got a picture of Jason Kidd up here too, because quite honestly, I think that Jason Kidd should be let go too. And to be honest with you, I still think Nico Harrison, to a degree, is a scapegoat, but at the same time, when you really look into the situation, Nico Harrison has been doing a lot of things that has contributed to this. Number one, he is partially responsible for, at least partially responsible for Luka Dončić having a souring relationship with the organization. Part of the reason why they traded Luka Dončić because they didn't want to give him a max deal, which is ridiculous. Although you could argue that there were bigger forces behind the scenes pushing this trade. Nico Harrison also was the guy who fired a trainer that was very, very popular with both Dirk Nowitzki and Luka Dončić, and went from the Dallas Maverick organization. I think this trainer was on leave taking care of a dying parent, and Nico Harrison fired this trainer over the phone, which many people thought was rather heartless. Nico Harrison is also the guy that let Jalen Brunson walk, and we all see what Jalen Brunson is doing in New York. Before his tenure with the Dallas Mavericks organization, Nico Harrison was the one who fumbled the presentation to Steph Curry, which ultimately led to Steph Curry leaving Nike and signing with Under Armour. So Nico Harrison has a long history going back to even his Nike days of being, as I called in my other video, a fuck up. Like I said, it's not just him though. Jason Kidd should get some smoke too. Jason Kidd was at that press conference with Nico Harrison when this trade was announced, right? Now on the flip side, Luka Dončić just dropped 38. Luka Dončić leading the league in scoring, averaging over 37 points a game, putting up Michael Jordan peak scoring numbers. And then you got Anthony Davis, he ain't even playing. And the Dallas Mavericks are just about the worst team in the NBA after coming into the season with at least, if not championship aspirations, top 3 seed aspirations in the West. Although I do understand the Western Conference is very competitive. But yeah, man, this is not surprising. And really this goes back to the whole Luka for AD trade. Fans have been clamoring for this. Social media has been clamoring for this in the Dallas area. Although Nico does have his supporters, at the end of the day, there are certain realities that exist in sports. And unfortunately, those realities caught up with Nico. If you're trying to figure out what I mean by that, is there's something that me and 78 always say about how there always has to be a villain of a certain hue in these situations. And that's pretty much what's going on. Nico Harrison's the sacrificial lamb in this situation, although it shouldn't be just him. And it's the thing. You fire Nico Harrison, who do you replace him with? One thing I'm wondering is, are they going to pull some bullshit where they fire Nico Harrison, kick Jason Kidd upstairs into his job, and then replace Jason Kidd with, some coach that, looks the part? I don't know. I don't know about that. Or did they just fire Jason Kidd and clean house altogether? I don't know, man. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.